Welcome to Doni Jones Live. I am your certified arborist, Doni the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Mardy McFly.
Mardy McFly.
Mate, yes.
Mate.
Happy day. I don't even, I would say.
Happy day. Oh, happy day.
You're already on
happy
it.
day.
Okay, what is going on with you today?
I am feeling so good. I think I mentioned this to you earlier in the week that I am finally out of the 200 club. So
yeah, the 200. Now explain it for other people. You out of the 200 club.
For those of you that don't know, first of all, welcome to the show. We are so excited that you are here this week and hanging out with me and Marty.
Yes, and a great guest today.
Yes,
too.
We have an awesome guest, and we're going to jump right into that. But for those of you that don't know, I have struggled with what they call the weight situation for a while, and so I've been wanting to get out of the 200 club. And the 200 club is when your body and you weigh more than 200 pounds. Ooh, so I am no longer in that club. So
congratulations.
I'm just very, very happy.
Where you at now? 199, 198.
You know what? I was feeling good.
I'm saying I'm complimenting you.
It could be 199.99999.
I'm just curious. Just say where God brought you to.
Yeah.
Brought you down from.
Well, you know what? The last time I weighed, I was 199, but I know that I'm less than that now because my jeans are a little bit looser. But but here's the thing though, I'm not gonna weigh myself for till next week. So that way I can see an even bigger dramatic difference. But that's not what we're here about.
No, we're just gonna leave that alone.
How was your week, man? Real good. And then we gotta jump into this amazing
guest. My week is great because I met some new people today that actually brought on the show because I'm trying to write my book too.
Yes.
While fat flies fly slowly. That's my new book that I'm coming out with. I'm still trying to do some research. And one of the people that is on the show today, she's a publisher, she's an author, she's a singer, a little bit of everything. So it's like I might get a hookup because, I need like spell check on my book.
Well,
maybe they can help me
if
out.
you read my book, I was struggling with spell check and grammar and everything else.
Yeah, from failure to fabulous. That's a good book. You know what?
Thank you.
She might be able to help you with your new book because you got a new one that you're trying to work on.
It ain't that deep. Yeah.
It ain't that serious, right?
No. You know what, Marty? I'm going to hurt you. The name of the book is called It Ain't That Deep because a lot of times I think in business, we try to make it harder than it really is. In other words, a lot of times people are talking about starting a business, getting ready to do a business. I'm fitting to do something. And a lot of times you just need to do it,
Just do it.
And then, we talk about the spiritual world also, meaning our spiritual life. And they always trying to get to God. If I could just touch the hem, if I could just get there, I'm not worthy. And I was like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship. So that's kind of what the book is about. Okay. But anyway, let's talk about our guest, Marty.
Yes.
I'm going to let you do this part.
You going to let me do it?
Because you're the man. Okay, I'll do it.
Okay,
that's
I'm just
what I
the
do.
Man sitting by the one man.
You're the man sitting by the woman?
Yes.
Well, guys, we have an amazing guest on the show today. She's a publicist. She's a writer.
Author,
a publisher.
Right.
A publisher. Right. Like I said, you shouldn't. But she's a publisher, guys. She's an artist. She's a woman of God, and she is somebody right now that is shining a beautiful light on the world through her talents and God-given abilities. And I am talking about none other than Louise Smith.
Yay!
Hey!
How's everyone doing?
We are doing wonderful, and I want to say happy soon-to-be birthday because tomorrow
my confetti?
is her.
Come on now!
She got some confetti.
Woo! That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but she's celebrating a wonderful birthday tomorrow. I'm not going to ask you. What season you celebrating or anything like that. But any big plans for your birthday?
I think I'm gonna sleep. I
ain't mad at you. When you get older,
I go and I travel and I move and. Yeah, so I will be sleeping the first part, and then Papa will take care of the rest.
I've heard this a few times, okay? Because I knew him as Mr. Smith, but a few times it's been like, hey, Papa, he gonna be doing it, Papa.
You don't understand what that means?
No, because my wife only called me that once every 6 months.
Okay.
But we got problems. That's all.
Okay, I told you at least
we got
once
problems.
a week. I told you.
No, she ain't read your book.
How about how about once a month?
No, it's her birthday in the spring. Then 6 months later is my birthday, and that's the only time. But anyway, we getting off.
We supposed to be talking to a woman of God right now.
These are church issues too. I'm just saying they got problems like that in church. Trust me,
Marty.
You're frustrated.
I gotta speak on that. You're absolutely right. I'm serious.
I know I'm right.
Because we act a little bit too holy. When we get home, we need to handle our business.
I'm trying to speak in tongues,
whole other
and she ain't letting me.
All of that is involved.
Okay. But we are here for our amazing guests.
I know.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or tell our beautiful audience.
I am a resident of Columbia by way of Charleston, South Carolina.
Great city.
Lovely city. And I am the fourth of 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
And
we didn't want you to go way back.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I started playing flat surfaces when I was 4.
Oh, wow.
And my dad said, okay, well, maybe she gonna play the piano.
Yeah.
So he bought me a 22-key organ, and one day I was playing, and Just As I Am came out of my hands. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
how did I do that? And so it just started progressing. When I was 9, they bought me a piano.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started playing for a Sunday school choir, and then I started playing for the church by the time I was 9.
Wow.
And then I started writing songs, and dyslexic, but still had the gift to imagine what things would sound like. I also had a lot of health issues, so music saved my life.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I had epilepsy and 3 types. But God, He touched my body. I had my 3rd child, and that's when it happened. And I love to sing. I love to dance. Now, I'm not good.
You gonna dance for us today too?
Well,
I don't know if the studio is that big for her to dance, but you are going to sing for us, though, right?
yeah, I do want to sing.
Just give
yes.
us
Well, we
a
want you to
splash of
sing.
that. Yes.
All right.
Yes, we want to hear that. But going back to your story, because a lot of our show is bringing inspiration to people.
Yeah.
And talking about kind of like we piggybacked on getting up and actually doing it.
Right.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that have a beautiful voice, that have a gift from God, but you took that gift and did something with it. What would you say to people that, like yourself, at a young age, have a beautiful gift, but don't quite know how to do something with it?
Right. Well, you can start as simple as being at home, washing dishes, cleaning the toilet, because you call that
just talk to my kids.
practice.
No.
It's just called practice. And
Yeah.
if you have a friend and they're having a bad day
Right.
or a good day, sing a little piece of song.
Okay.
It'll lift them. It'll lift you. And if you have a gift to write, then write something wonderful for someone, inspire them, motivate them, or
So
just
start where you are. Is what you're
yes,
saying.
start where you are.
Okay.
And as you go, you grow.
Oh,
And
that's so good.
That is
Yeah.
good.
As you go, you grow. I love that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I do that often. I write sermons and songs, but a lot of mine are hate. Sermons and
What do you
hate
mean?
songs. Like, I hate that you woke up this morning.
Marty.
I just really do. I hate that you asking me for some more money. I'm like, Jesus, did you forget about him? He's 92 and
Let me
he's still
just pass
around
out
here.
right quick.
Jesus, please. I'm tired of this man being
Well, you
around
know what?
here.
If that's
I'm just
in
saying-
your spirit,
I'm
then
saying,
that's what she
but I
said
guess
you
that's
better
growth,
do.
No, but
That's growth.
But now, some of the songs that you've made, I know the title of your CD is "Be Made Whole."
Yes.
Now, did you come up with that because you looked over your life, or is this one of the
Right.
CDs is this just one of the CDs that you made, or what was the thought behind the title of the CD?
Well, the original title was Talitha Kumai.
Say what? That's being in time.
No, actually, it is the name of Jairus' daughter, Talitha.
Oh, okay.
And she was very sick, and she got unto death, and then they called for Jesus, and he came, and they was like, don't bother, because she already done
She
gone.
already
Ready,
dead.
she already
gone.
She already
Right.
stanking
And
Jesus.
He put them. No, that was Lazarus.
Yeah,
he
well,
put
yeah, true.
he
Ain't
put
you
them.
supposed to know your Bible, Pastor Marty?
Now, the story is because he was in there, they didn't believe, so he kicked everybody
Yeah, he
out.
did.
Okay,
He kicked them out.
okay,
He put
okay.
all the doubters out.
Don't tap dance up because I'm gonna mess with your forehead.
He just gave me that look.
Right.
He's
And
like,
she
you
was
best
12
to
years
ask
old and
somebody.
everything. So she was 12, and don't.
Yeah. And so
don't
a lot
try.
of times people they have things that need to be resurrected in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so when Jesus said to the little girl, damsel, get up, and she got up hungry.
Right.
And so then I'm thinking, she was hungry for life. She was hungry to go and get
I
her
was
life
thinking
back.
food, but
Yeah,
That's
what
why-
food?
See, that's why
Yeah.
your spirit.
Yep. She woke up saying, I want some chicken.
Yeah, she did say that. But then that chicken that died that she could live
Yeah.
gave her inspiration to keep on going up, progressing. express.
You know what? I'm already loving your message and your spirit. So if somebody else want to be a part of that spirit and your message, how do they get in contact with you or pick up some of your product?
Yeah, well, you can go to seasonedmusic.org.
Yes.
And
that don't mean it's old music. It's just seasoned.
Season.
Right. We got flavor onto it. Got flavor.
Right. I love that.
Sure.
Yeah, because my husband, he does jazz and I do gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And so we splash that together and we call our music jazzbol.
I love.
that.
I'm loving all of this.
Jazz.
We gonna have to get him to play something.
Right. Would you please bless us with just one of the songs off of the CD?
Yes, we would love that.
I will probably do the title cut, Be Made Whole.
Be Made Whole.
When I come into your presence with singing and thanksgiving, I bask as the Spirit take control. Lord, I know that you are willing and are able to take my pain and bless my soul. You came to take my pain and bless my soul. When I come into your presence with singing and thanksgiving, I bask as the Spirit take control. Lord, I know that you are willing and are able to take my pain and bless my soul. You came to take my pain and bless my soul. That's what Jesus wants to do. He wants you to be made whole. Oh, yeah. Listen. The man at the pool, the man at the gate, the woman with the blood disease. They were touched by the healing power of God. He'll touch you too and make you free. I'm glad about that. He'll touch you too and make you free. Yeah, be made whole. Yeah, he's come to deliver you and to take you out of your disease. Oh, be made whole, yeah, be made whole. He's come to deliver you and to set you free. Yeah, yeah. This very hour, Jehovah Rapha has come, yes, to give you power over your mind, sickness and disease. Rise up and be, yeah, be made whole, yeah. Get up, get up, get up out of your situation, yeah. He's come to make you whole, be made. Yes, Jesus, you are the healer today. And he doesn't care what it is. He has the power to do it. Yes. God, we give you the glory. We give you the honor, Jesus. Your name is great. Hallelujah. You lift us up out of our sicknesses and disease. You died on the cross to give us that liberty. And we are made whole.
Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. Oh my goodness, my ears were just blessed.
Yes.
But in fact, they were so blessed I forgot to say your name. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live with Mardy McFly.
And Doni Jones, and
Yes.
we're with this talented, beautiful.
Oh, my
saying
goodness.
Miss Smith. I'm gonna just say Miss Smith now.
Oh, wow.
You know, with
Yes.
that voice, just Miss
Yes,
Smith.
No, you could just say her first name, Luis.
Luis. That's true.
That's right.
Just go by
You
one
ain't
name, just
gotta,
Luis.
when you that good, you ain't gotta, have a last name. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, what was the inspiration behind that song?
Yeah.
Well, just thinking about all the things that has gone on in my body, the Lord told me that sounded probably deep, but the Lord really spoke to me in 2008 and says, I want you to do a healing CD, and I don't want you to do it by yourself. I want you to include other people. Because normally I go in the studio and I do, all my voicing and la, la, la.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever it was time for me to minister to somebody who maybe weren't feeling well, because I love to pray, and he would say, where's the healing CD? And I was like, about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so 12 years later, this year, I finally completed what he's asked me to do. And the reason, that is the total reason that he asked me to do.
So I got another question. Now, you named this seasoned music.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's the thought behind that? The seasoned music,
definitely.
Well, as beautiful as I am not in my 20s anymore.
Are you serious?
I am not in my 30s. In fact, my grandson says, Grammy, you look good for 77. I said, thank you, darling.
No,
Wow.
you are
I'm
not.
I'm not
I was getting ready to say that. Talk less. I was getting ready to say that ain't true. No, you ain't.
Yeah.
See, you can't do us like that because
No.
either
I
which
was-
way. If
But
I
he
say-
was little when he said that.
Right.
I know how old you are, Grammy. You're 77.
Oh, so cute. But you know what? I think that's important because
Yes.
the other thing that we try to talk about on this show is no matter what age you are, that you can achieve your dreams.
Absolutely.
Now, if you start your dream the day before you die, that might be a
little challenging. Yeah.
But as
What
long
your
as you got,
dream is.
well, yeah, that's true.
Just one of those things. But I gotta put this out because I just heard
What's
that
that?
you was the winner of Smack, right? Now is that
Okay,
like
tell us about that.
I don't know. Is that like one of those ghetto kind of awards that you just go around slapping folks and you just get like a special religious? I'm saying because I know in my church a few people I want to smack just to hold it out of them.
I got
But
you. I got you.
Yes, I
Well,
work with
there's
this gentleman.
there's a famous
yes, I
group,
do.
a
I work with
Grammy
him.
award-winning group called the Clark Sisters.
Yes, I
Oh.
love.
Yeah. And so Dorinda, Dr. Cole,
Yes.
came to Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
And someone says, she's coming, you should get into the la la la. So I did and went to her workshops. Incredible.
Yeah.
And so all these young people, little people, I'm like the oldest one. And
That's
so
all right.
One of the guys,
You seasoned.
He called me, he said, Mother Smith, could you please come and sing? And this little guy was going to play the piano.
Right.
Something say, go play your own song.
Go play your own song. He ain't gonna do it like you gonna do it, right?
That's right.
Like, so I closed my eyes and I said, "'Tis so sweet." I was singing and I didn't pay no attention to them because I was nervous as I don't know what.
Wow.
Singing in front of these celebrity people.
That's all right though.
And when I opened my eyes to get up to go, everybody in the place standing up. Everybody. And there was some sinking.
I love it. I love it.
Sinking.
See, now let me tell you something. What I just caught.
I did too.
You catch it. See, when you are in your flow and in your spirit, that the island or something.
Yeah,
comes
something
out.
comes out of there. I just heard that
See,
too.
you
It's like,
covered it.
was in
And
your
when we
spirit.
first started,
Right.
it was like so, and yes, the Lord blessed
Right.
me, and I would just like to give glory to God. Did she get to talking?
Right,
no
right.
London,
Right, like that in South Carolina. You from somewhere else?
You
Yeah.
did. Thank you.
Hey, it don't came out. So where you
No,
really from?
I really from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay,
Yeah,
with,
don't
the,
even
with the
try-
community that was you in, you grew up somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, come on,
in that
talk to
community.
us.
That's it. And a lot of people steal and come straight there.
Okay.
Stealing comes straight. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, now
I want me
got-
some jerk chicken.
Now I'm gonna say it like this.
Oh yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that.
If you doing one of those things that like a lot of people they
Yeah.
want to be like from New York,
Yeah.
So they down here and they be like, "What's up, God? What's up, show?" Knowing they from
No.
Decatur, right around the corner, but they try to put on that extra action.
But that came natural. Hers sounded natural.
Hers is natural.
It
So
is.
is your grandmother or your parents were they from the
Somebody
islands or something like that?
someplace.
Is your
Nazareth
husband-
Bay.
Nazareth. Okay. See.
But that ain't me.
Now,
Look at that.
Okay.
You throw some jerk chicken.
I'm gonna put your husband on.
Right.
He gonna tell us the truth. No, but you said something that goes back to what we talk about a lot, which is you felt fear, but you did it anywhere.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my one of my favorite models is to feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yes.
I even put up a post today on Facebook about that, which, by the way, guys, check us out on Facebook, Doni Jones Live. That's DONI, Jones, JONES, Live. Check us out, like us, all that kind of stuff, follow us, whatever. And on Instagram. But I put up there that a lot of the things that I've accomplished in my life, I was scared doing them. Yes. I was scared learning how to swim. I was scared learning scuba. I was scared parasailing. I was scared tubing. I was scared
She's doing all the things that we don't do. That's why. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. I just said you did all the things that we don't do, parasailing.
You know what, Marty?
Yeah, most of us ain't gonna go do that.
All right. Well, I was scared growing the business.
Okay,
there we go.
Better.
Yes. Okay, I was scared when we first got into media. I was scared, but we did it anyway, so.
And it's so natural coming out of you.
I just wanted to make sure that you was talking our language. That's all.
That is. By the way, when I went to the islands, there was a lot of us doing those kind of things.
Was you scared to get married?
John Island.
My scuba diver instructor, the lead guy, he was of color.
Okay, well, I'm glad you finally dealt with somebody with color. I am proud of you. You wasn't scared to get married, huh? We're just gonna keep on going.
What the heck?
Anyway,
what the heck did you just say?
We're talking about
Don't
our wonderful guest.
talk about my husband.
I ain't said
I'll
nothing
fight
about
you on this radio.
I ain't said nothing about Mr. Man. Little fella guy. I ain't said nothing.
So back to feeling the fear.
How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll talk about fear afterwards after I beat him. I'm about to beat him during the commercial break.
I would have been scared. I'll give you props on that, but we'll talk about that later. I love you, Doni. And Mr. Man, how can they get in contact with you if they want to get some of your music?
Go to seasonedmusic.org.
And you said something else too about your jazz and
jazzful. Yeah, gospel and jazz.
And that was Linton and something else.
Linton and Louise Smith.
I love it, Linton and Louise. You see how she say his name?
Oh, honey, that thing floats my boat, honey.
You see how that accent came on when she got happy? Yes. It just floats in my boat. Yes, you're listening
Maybe
to that.
Maybe that's some role playing they do.
Really?
That's what it is.
It just got stuck. Huh?
Right.
Now, we got to go to commercials real quick before I get in trouble. So
you're listening to Doni Jones Live. I'm Doni the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Mardy McFly.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni the Tree Lady, certified arborist and killer of Mardy McFly.
Look, okay, I'm just here. I'm just that guy. I'm just asking questions. Don't get upset.
No, but you are doing really great. You just keep throwing me under the bus.
I was curious. I'm saying because sometimes, and all joking aside, you do some things that I'm still learning how to do. You know, because it's like sometimes I'm shy sometimes, and I don't do certain things, you know. But she's like, just go out there, just put yourself, make yourself out there. But you know what,
Marty? And it's funny you mentioned that because in November I'm doing another scuba trip, and I would love for you to come along.
Huh?
I'm serious.
Wait, hold on.
Let's go back to things. No, it's not on my church. What does that have to do with anything?
None of them look like me.
That is not true. I go to a multicultural church. Speaking of church, we have a beautiful gospel music artist here that we are paying lots of attention to.
Yes.
Because she's amazing.
And they're ministers too.
Yes, they.
Her and her husband.
That's beautiful.
And they were telling me that they're taking a season off of ministry.
Absolutely.
And I'm kind of curious if you would, elaborate a little bit more on that. Because I don't know if it was because you said earlier about the keyboard player that you had to kick off or whatever because you was like he can't do my music. I don't know if he was like I can play your music. What's wrong with that? I can do it like you want me to do it. No, somebody gonna be mad at me about that.
No, actually,
it's the truth.
Well, I've been in ministry practically since I've been 5 years old.
Okay.
My husband and I, we are tent builders. We, our pastor asked us to go to different places and start a work in that location. And I usually am in the choir part, like the praise team, the choir, la la la. But I had a stroke in 2013, and that was so debilitating at that time that my husband and I sort of migrated away from church. We did finish our assignment. I wasn't able to finish strong with him, but
you finished.
Yeah,
and that's the most important thing.
I want you to just elaborate a little bit because you said this a few times. Just for the audience that might not be familiar with the phrase, you keep saying you're a tent builder.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit more because I'm saying I kind of know a little bit about that. If I'm thinking of Paul and all the stuff that he built, but I want to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know what that.
And really, that's what I was trying to say. Can you help her out because it just went over her forehead? I saw her forehead light up like they build tents too.
And you know what?
So
and guess what? I just went camping with my family and we built a tent. Don't say nothing about what we do.
But what it really is like the pastor lays his hands on us and tell us to go out.
But I didn't like that. I just kidding.
But you went back to him, huh?
No, I didn't. I told his
extra prayer.
Say, I don't need tree work that bad. Go
right. So we just go out and we canvass areas, and it's mostly just witnessing. Okay. And you pray for people. And my husband, he takes his horn and plays and serenades. He loves tooting his horn. You understand? And I
get the feeling you like tune his horn.
Yeah,
too.
I really do.
That's awesome.
I really do. But anyway,
keep it. Let's keep
we
it going.
are going to hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I like to call it the hot place.
The hot place.
Okay.
I want to thank you all for the time that we've been allowed to be on this station.
Really.
To God be all the glory.
To God be the glory. Now let me ask you this: since you've been doing music for a long time now, seasoned music, what have you noticed about gospel music that has changed in your time?
Yeah, well, see, we had people like Edna Gamma Cook. We had Mahalia Jackson. That soulful sound that just arrests you, the voice and also the words.
But I feel like that's how your music is.
Wow, thank you. And then you have people like Andre Crouch that just came and brought that wave of that, oh, Jesus. And then now you have people who are doing music with auto-tunes.
I love God. You don't love God?
What's wrong with you?
Wait,
we ain't saying nothing wrong with
it. But I'm just saying, but you made fun
of
it.
But there is a time and a place for certain music.
Right.
In church, you do hymns, you do gospel songs, and now we've really gone away from choir music.
Right.
Yeah, and
we're not taking nothing away from that kind of music because I think that music hits different generations.
But see, I like that type of music. The music the hymns, the
the hymns and stuff. It's like the ones that have the broken English. Right. I love God. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's my jam.
That is my jam. But I have a question for you guys. Sure. Because there are people, especially people that are listening to the I love God. What's wrong with you? They actually are touching on people that I feel like others aren't touching or aren't even trying to touch. And I know we were joking about it, but that's one of the things I love about what you do on Raise the Praise on your Wednesday night every third Wednesday at your church, because we're touching the unchurched. There's actually a gospel song out right now. What's the young lady that was on? She was on like The Voice or something like that.
Oh, you're going to give me the lie. I don't know.
No, because you played it on one of our other shows. But I say that she's touching a younger generation that may not necessarily step foot in church.
Right.
Jaquina Carr, there's a couple of them out there. The one of Won't He Do It?
Won't He Do It, yeah.
Won't He Do It?
Yeah.
Said he would.
Yeah.
Not my battle. Yeah. Okay, I'm not a singer.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So don't you feel like maybe there's a place for that? And there's a way that we can not condemn it, but maybe... Yeah,
I don't condemn any music because God made all music.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
And so when I can touch a nation of people, because every musician, every singer, they got a nation sitting right in their belly.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And so whenever it comes out, it's gonna speak to somebody. And so if our cause is right, because our cause should be getting people to change their lifestyle, getting people to change their heart about living and about many things. And if that speaks to that and the name Christ Jesus is in there or God is in there, then I think we're going to do a wonderful thing to change the dynamic of this world.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to piggyback on what he was saying. Where do you see gospel music going? Because there is so much eclectic music out there right now.
Yeah, it's great eclecticism.
I would just to kind of jump in on it. I think that gospel music, is now being made so it could be put in different places,
right?
Because
I think that's where Jesus is,
right? I'm saying
God is in
because that
places.
song, I love God, that and Won't He Do It. It is perfect in the strip club. When that song comes on in the strip club and then on that pole, it's like a whole different ministry. To see a girl saying, I love God while she's sliding down the pole, it's just like, wow, that is true ministry. It's changing the culture, because you can't put no Mahalia Jackson in a strip club. It just ain't gonna work.
I assure you can't put Mary in a strip club either.
What?
Well, wait a minute. Okay, maybe
See?
you could, but here's the thing.
Right. See?
But here's what I'm saying.
Right.
Though.
Have a Bible study in a strip club. You changing.
Okay, it's funny you say that, but one of the people that I follow on Instagram, her name is Stormy Wellington. She's more of a social media influencer, but she comes from the strip club background. And I got to be honest with you, this happened last week. I love her. I've been following her. I know she loves God and stuff like that. And she was playing a gospel song in the background. But then she started dancing like back in the day.
Hey, look.
And then the guy that was in the room with her, they were just having fun, showing some behind the scenes stuff. He starts throwing dollars at her.
Taking up offering.
Yeah, no, like they were just joking, like she wasn't stripping.
Look.
But I'm like, wait a minute, they're doing this to a gospel song. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt some kind of way about that. As much as I support her, but then I started looking at the comments, and they were like, "Man, won't God do it?
Won't
He show up in your life right on time? Oh, I praise Him too. I thank Him for bringing me out of addiction. I thank Him for bringing me out of homelessness." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sitting here, I'm judging.
Why you joking? A lot of people that
people
wouldn't
are being
see that.
saved.
People are being saved, and it gets their attention, and they're like, "Wow, she might be."
Right, like I didn't get it. It wasn't my flavor.
Right, and I'll be honest, all joking aside, it's not my flavor.
Right,
but certain things touch other people.
Right,
I don't cuss during my sermons. But certain times when people are out there,
curse like a sailor outside.
I said during my sermons.
Oh, okay,
so
got it.
Pay attention.
Yes, sir.
But no, at the same time, people that are out there that's in that community, they're almost like, don't be fake to me, be real to me, talk my language.
That's right.
And and it's not like.
I don't think that you need to conform to the world to get people's attention. My husband and I, we did a song. It's called "Touch Me," and we made several. we made several copies, and we went to a gentleman's club.
See,
and I stood on the step, and I just passed it out because the title I know would get him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you at a strip club and passing out stuff talking about "Touch Me."
Yeah,
but you're getting God in there.
But when they left, or when I left, it wasn't very long after, because this gentleman's club was really in the highlight of our neighborhood,
right?
Yeah,
and so after a while, with prayer and with kindness, because you can't, just because I'm a Christian, I can't do that, because
you
everything
can't turn
is
your nose up with people because they can feel it.
But keep in mind, Jesus went to where they were at.
Absolutely.
He didn't stay in the church. He didn't stay in the synagogue. He went down there, and all of them was questioning, why you down there eating with them? Why you down there hanging with them?
Absolutely.
He's like, these are the people I'm here to save.
Right.
Y'all think y'all already got it.
Right.
So y'all got it mixed up. But anyway, we can, that's a whole different thing.
But when we come back, because you do a multitude of things, and we haven't really touched on you being a publicist. We've obviously touched on you being an artist, but I want to kind of touch base on that, because I love the fact that you are able to wear these different hats and wear them well. Yes. So we're going to come right back. You're listening to Doni Jones Live.
With me, Mardy McFly, and Doni Jones.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni, the tree lady, with
the certified. No, I'm not the arborist. I'm just Mardy. Yeah, with Mardy McFly, that guy.
But you are certified. You're certified cool.
Okay, I'll take that.
You're certified cool. And we are here with the incomparable, once again, Miss Louise Smith. Yes. I was going to say Louise Hay for some reason because I listened to a lot of her content, but we are here with Louise Smith today. Listen to her content.
So now, just curious, now you are an author too, right?
Yes, I am an author, and I'm also a book publisher.
Yes.
My company is called Kingdom Builders Publications, And we've been in business since 2013, and we've published over 60 books.
Wow.
Nice.
As an author, I've published 3 books, and I'm writing one right now. Beyond the Clouds was my 3rd book, and I think I went more global with that book. The first 2 was mostly in ministry, and they were like little pamphlets. But the book that I'm writing now is called White Lies and Tangerine Truths, and it's going to be available the end of this year. Okay. I'm sure you've heard about the massacre in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, 2 of my family members was in that massacre.
Mm.
And
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Aunt Susie and Taiwanza. And so it messed up my theology that we could be in a safe place and then somebody can just come and just do Matt Dillon or just just mess up the place. And so I was depressed for over a year.
Yeah.
It was just so saddening to me. And so then I started thinking about things that people say to you and they want you to believe.
Yeah.
And so thinking about when truth comes, truth can be sweet and truth can be bitter.
True.
And so I started to recreate scenarios and just started writing my thoughts. And the next thing you know, I have this volume of stuff. But I'm excited to talk to you about my life in the book called White Lies and Tangerine Truths.
Now you've got to tell me where that title came from, because that is very interesting.
Well, my parents were not the people to lie. But I would hear them say, "Oh, she just told a little white lie," which means, I guess, it's good, but not good.
Right.
And a tangerine, I'm thinking about a tangerine. Sometimes you can bite into it and it's so sweet, and other times, it'll give you that, that
bitterness.
response.
Yes.
So we just need to just be truthful, and you don't have to dress it up with a white lie. Just tell the truth. If you're going to get that spanking, go on and get it and tell the truth and free yourself up. And so that's kind of like what was in my head when I thought about White Lies and Tangerine.
Oh, wow.
Well, you've worked hard to overcome some serious challenges, like you said, with you overcame epilepsy, you've overcome depression, you've overcome certain things happening in your family. What advice would you give to somebody that's right now dealing with a challenge?
Yeah.
Before we go out, what would you say?
Challenges are going to come. Distresses, depression, all of that stuff is going to come. But whatever you feed the most inside yourself,
that's right.
Like, I ain't going to make it. I'm tired. I just don't have what it takes. There's a scripture that says, faith comes by hearing. Well, doubt comes the very same way.
That is so true.
So what you need to do is you need to infiltrate yourself with what is right, that you can achieve, that you can do it. And it doesn't matter about time span, because God is timeless.
That's right. That's right.
And so if it's in you to do, and most times people know what they're going to do, even when they're little kids.
Yes, they do.
Because they practice it
that.
out.
Right.
They practice it out. So just keep going.
Right.
Don't even look back.
Right.
Really, don't even look forward. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
that
it.
is one of my favorite mottos. Just do it.
Right.
But I also think that sometimes we wallow in our grief because sometimes it becomes like a blanket to us.
Yeah.
And we're sometimes afraid to take that blanket off because we feel exposed.
Right.
But I believe that's where God can do his best work.
He's just putting his boots on, getting ready to do certain things.
That's right.
Because there were days after the massacre, the Charleston 9, after that, there were days when I just wanted to walk to Broad River and just walk into the water and take a seat. Well, now you know if I do that, what's going to happen?
That's true.
I ain't going to wake up, or I'll wake up dead.
Yes, absolutely.
And
that
so
ain't good for anybody.
No,
that's not
we
good,
don't
because
want that.
There is so much in me that I can do. So when I pain the most, that's when I get out and I try to influence the most.
That's right. Oh,
when
that's
I'm
so
in
good.
pain,
That's
that's
right.
when I will lift up another person,
That's
because God lives in that.
Yes, that's right.
He absolutely lives in that.
And I've learned in my own life that whatever I'm needing at that time, if I go give it to somebody else, I get it in return.
Every
you know what I
time.
mean?
Every
if
time.
I'm in a situation where I need hope,
Oh,
and I run into somebody.
I was just trying to be clear about what you were saying. If you need something,
Like if you need something, like if you want love or you need love, you go give love. It comes back in return. You know what I mean? It's that reciprocating thing. You need some inspiration or hope. You give somebody else inspiration or hope. It inspires and gives you hope. You know?
Does that work if you married?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So if I give somebody else some love.
No, your wife.
I'm like, you know what?
No, I'm just saying when I get
we were having a moment.
No, I was trying to be clear. That's all. I was just. I'm taking notes. I'm just saying because that could work. You know, if I give it to somebody else, then I might get it at home.
If you give it to somebody else, you're gonna be in divorce court.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how
you
reciprocal
could give
works.
it to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your children.
Yeah,
You can give your children to somebody else.
No.
I've heard that before. I can try to give them away, but I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah, here's the clarity. If you're not feeling loved, then do something extraordinary for your wife, for your children.
Absolutely.
Even call your mom on the phone or your dad. Because when you're giving, it comes back to you.
It really does.
Period.
Whatever you give out, it comes back to you.
We try. You know what? I want to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
I want to thank you guys. You guys are crazy.
Thank you.
You gotta come back
and
again.
you sit in my house because I'm crazy too.
I'm crazy too. Now you gotta, Donnie. Before we wrap up, you said you might have a little inspiration.
A little bit.
It ain't on me this time.
Oh
it's
my
on you.
goodness! I heard something so powerful this weekend. Now I don't know if I'll be able to communicate it as powerfully as this gentleman does, but one of the people that I follow online is Judah Swilly.
Okay.
And he's been on the show a couple of times. Amazing pastor. And so he was talking about mustard seed faith, you know? And he did it with a twist. And I was like, I literally was in my car. And when I heard it, I threw the phone. I was like, no, he didn't. So anyway, a lot of times we talk about, you know, having faith, you know, but he talked about the story in the Bible where I guess the men were trying to raise somebody from the dead. You know the story better, exactly where it's at.
And they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it, right?
Right.
And so he was talking about them having little faith, but then he also turns around and says, all you need is just a little bit of faith, that of a mustard seed, and you can move mountains, or you can basically do the impossible.
Right.
And he said, now why would he use that? And it's almost like an oxymoron. You're condemning them for only having little faith. He goes, but the way I look at it is that mustard seed, if you look at the mustard seed, the seed itself, it knows what it is. It knows right now it's just a seed, but in that seed is a tree.
Right.
You know? So if you have mustard seed faith, that means you know what God said about you. You know who you are already, even though it's not there right now. So that's what I just was like, that is so powerful to me. So instead of just talking about having a little bit of faith, let's look at it as the seed itself. If you look at a seed, it might not be a tree, it might not be a plant right now, but in that seed, it knows it's a plant.
Because it's the character
It's the character of it already.
Yes.
The DNA is already in that. So if God has called you to be a singer, he's called you to be a businessman, he called you to be a millionaire, he called you to be able to make a difference in the world and be an influencer, but you're not that right now, think of yourself as that mustard seed. It doesn't guess whether it's something. It doesn't guess whether it's going to become a tree. It knows it's going to be. He put that twist on there, and I was like, I have never heard it that way before, and I will now think of that in a different way. Know who you are before it even happens. So you might be a little bitty seed right now, this little bitty minuscule thing right now, but in you is something great. God put something great in you, and you just have to give it time to manifest.
Go ahead with your best. Donnie, you got a big tree in you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And so do you.
Yes, you know.
Absolutely.
And so do me.
And so
That's
do you.
right.
Yes.
Sort of all of us, you know. And I really do like that story because it is one of those things where he said, you know, some things you just got to pray about.
That's right.
Because they asked, why couldn't we do this? It's like some things you just got to pray about.
That's right.
You know,
And fast.
Right, and fast.
Yeah.
And
I'm
whatever you
fasting
need
right
to do.
now, so yeah.
For the Lord, not just to get
Just
to get in here. Anyway.
Well, God said, take care of your temple.
Absolutely.
And so I am cleaning my temple and making sure my temple is healthy. so I can
so
be
we can live
better,
long.
Thank you.
And make it great influences.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think God called us to have diabetes. I really don't. I don't think He called
That's
us
the
to be so overweight that we can't function like we should. So I feel like my gift to myself is to be a better me, so that I can be a better gift to the world.
That's great.
Okay, we're going with that. I'm just hey, I will say, I have different philosophies on certain things.
Of course.
And a person with diabetes, sometimes I'm like, I think God does things to keep you where you need to be at. Because if I didn't get diabetes, I would be a worse minister than I am now.
That's so true. But you got the but here now I will say this.
I got the devil in me?
No, I did not say the devil.
Oh.
No, I want to clarify something, because the type of diabetes you have, you had no control over.
No, most people don't have control over diabetes.
But hold on, because remember, I was pre-diabetic, and I changed that because of how I ate.
Oh.
Yours was kind of, in your system.
I have type 1. It's a unique thing.
Exactly.
Just kind of like
that's what I'm saying.
Kind of like Paul, who said, "Can you take this thing from me?" And he said, "No, my grace is sufficient."
Exactly.
But you got to deal with this, because if not, I just need to keep you a little humble.
Right, and that's why I wanted to clean that up.
Okay,
because your diabetes is
we're gonna talk about this on a different show. You just went all the way.
I know, but I want to clarify that before we leave.
Okay, you clarified it, and I love you.
And I love you too.
And Miss Smith, Miss Lou, just one name, Louise. I keep messing up everybody's
Thank you for listening to our show. You listen to Doni Jones Live.
And I'm Mardy McFly. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.